What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I've missed you all so much. And as you can see, we got the garage layout a little bit different right now. The car is sideways, and I'm ready to fully take this PPF off of the car and start paint correcting. I'm ready to fix all the scratches and blemishes everywhere that are all over this car. We have my 2021 Shelby GT500 here, freshly detailed, ready to be paint corrected. This is a 1-year color from Ford for the year 2021 and is one of 180. It is an obsolete color, so we have to take extra good care of this paint and make sure we paint correct it the right way because there is no room for error. And as you guys seen from my videos before, this GT500 is far from perfect and there is scratches everywhere. I'm gonna go grab us a few waters. I'll be right back. Go grab the paint correction marker and we'll get started. All right, got our water. I'm super hyped to see the progress that Alyssa has made. What are you doing?
What do you mean what am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm doing what you told me to do.
Not paint correction marker.
Well, you didn't tell me what one.
What do you mean? That doesn't even look like the color of the car.
Well, I thought you wiped some off so then it blends together.
How am I supposed to get this marker off of my car? Like, what? I left for 2 seconds. Yellow, and that's green. That's not even yellow. As you guys know, definitely here and over here. You can't tell me this car was not sideswiped at some point. And this PPF that's on the car already, whoever installed it had a lot of preparation points. So I really just want to get that pulled up and get that dirt off the car so we can re-PPF down the road, like right here. Like, there's probably moisture stuck underneath the PPF itself, and they probably poked holes in it to release. But, like, as you guys know, we have that one, and, like, who wraps PPF over scratches? I don't get it. So now you're probably wondering, okay, what are you doing? Why are you not pulling the PPF off? Yesterday, we went to take the car to run some errands. We were going to get a vacuum and stuff, so I was like, okay, let's just go take the car out. The car went into reverse, but it wouldn't move. You get on throttle and it would sound like it was trying to go in reverse. And all of a sudden, I went on the throttle just a little bit, like, okay, maybe, because I was turning my wheel to try and get out of the garage. So turning my wheel to get out of the garage, I had the wheel turned that way so I could back out this way. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just taking a little bit of effort. The car sat here, warmed up for about 10, 15 minutes, you know, as I always do. And it just made this loud clank right where the transmission sits. The other day, we actually had a parking brake fault, which, as you know, your parking brakes are in the rear. And it could have just as easily been like the parking brake sticking to the rotor or something. I don't see any imperfections on the rotor that would signify that. So I'm actually going to try and do this on camera. Okay, we should be good. I was scared we were having a battery issue. It just said system off to save the battery. Maybe because I left the key in. I don't know. Let's see. I just want to see if there's any, let's just see if there's any codes. That's the normal wrench light that we get. Which obviously shouldn't be normal, but you know. I can actually sit here now and turn the parking brake off at least. I'm gonna turn the parking brake off again, put it in reverse, and hopefully we move. We're moving. I said we're moving. There's no issue this time. Time. Car keeps showing this P061A code, and it's for the internal torque control module. The car runs fine, it does what it's supposed to, but this wrench light comes back out of nowhere. Sit here in park and everything, the car kind of like bucks in park, which is weird to me. I've never had a car do that. We do have all the high and low voltage issues with this car and all that, so that's worrisome. I have no idea what to think anymore of this car. I was super excited to get it to where it needs to be. I want to get new wheels, do everything so we can have this car looking right, paint correct it. But I can't fathom dumping all this time and money into it if it's just going to continue to have issues. So I kind of do want to take it around the block quick. It wasn't leaking anything yesterday, wasn't leaking anything, hopefully not today. I'm going to take the car out of the garage and take it around the block, and hopefully it gets around the block. Usually it shifts in the third by now, which is kind of weird to me, that it's not doing it, actually. I mean, everything looks about fine. 14.5 is normal for battery charge and voltage. I am truly sorry for the lack of videos within the past 6-7 days. I'm trying to stay in the algorithm, but I want to give you guys content that I am actually proud of. I'm still waiting on our headlights from Morimoto, so hopefully those come still this month. They were out of stock. We've been waiting for over a month and a half now since we installed our taillights. I ordered the headlights when we did our taillights, which you guys see is over a month now at this point, I believe. But while I'm here driving back home, I appreciate you guys for all the love and support lately. I truly appreciate it. We're so close to getting this channel monetized, which absolutely excites me because, as many of you know, this is what I love to do, and content creation and being a YouTuber who inspires and motivates and all that stuff. Like it's what I've always wanted to be and always do in this life. So it actually makes me super happy to even be where I am right now. Now I'm trying to sit here and drive. Got launch control there. Rev it a little bit. I'm gonna go in drive. I just want to see if anything triggers at least something, because I know I'm not losing my mind. Like, the front end of these Mustangs are so long, so you gotta like make sure you don't hit nothing. I'm like so close to my toolbox, and I really can't tell how close I am. So put it in reverse. Reverse is fine yet again. Like, this is actually scary. I put it in reverse yesterday. I took the brake off, per normal. Like, I always put it in neutral. I always put my parking brake off, let go of the gas, put it in park so it's sitting on the brake, and, you know, I reverse that to even start going about my day. There's Jax. But it actually boggles my mind, like, that I can't, for whatever reason, figure out why this car did that yesterday. You guys know about the wrench light issue and the limp mode and the whole issue with this car to begin with. And then it did that to me yesterday, and it actually scared me. And I drove the car off the street after it happened, and it was kind of making like a bearing sound, or almost like a sound of the parking brake rubbing against the rotor. Now, before I even left or drove off, I turned the parking brake on and off and on and off to make sure that the parking brake wasn't sticking to the rotors, that it wasn't closed all the way, and, you know. And then I'm like, okay, is the drive shaft okay? Is everything operating as it should? Did something break with the instant amount of torque in reverse? Like, nothing was moving, nothing was stationary whenever I was on the throttle. Then I went on the throttle, and then it went boom, and then decided to go backwards. Is something, you know, was it a fail-safe for limp mode? What was it? So spontaneously last night, I went on like Kelly Blue Book trying to find a value for the car. You can't get a value for the GT500, so you have to actually talk to somebody. So you guys know we've been having an issue with the Jeep that we just got, that we traded my perfectly fine truck in for. I got the Jeep so we could have more room with us traveling as much as we do, and just so Jax had enough room in the back seat. It just made sense because I knew I was going to get another truck eventually. So we're having a bunch of title issues for the past month. The dealer finally contacted us. Well, I had to chase the dealer for them to contact me. So with us having as much issues as we have with the title transfer and everything else, I own this Jeep, but not technically, because they still haven't done the title, still haven't done any of the paperwork that we need. So I've been sitting on a temporary tag that only lasts 45 days for almost 46 or 47 days at this point now. I had the Jeep on my commercial policy, but there's a whole bunch of issue with that, with it being in my commercial policy for me getting the title for it, with it going in my name and not the business name. So we went to move my Jeep over from my commercial policy to my personal policy, and I have nothing to hide from you guys. They wanted $600 for my Grand Cherokee, where I pay less than that between the Gixxer 1000, that's a 2022, and the GT500, that's a 2021, Superbike and sport car. But then for the family car, they wanted more. It doesn't make sense. So mind blown about that. The Jeep still having the same issues with that, where it cranks and cranks and cranks, and the auxiliary battery is either bad or it's just not getting fuel. I have no idea. Their master tech's not back till next week, but I said might as well hold off on the work because I don't even know if this Jeep is mine right now. Like, what happens if I get pulled over on this temp tag? Like, and that's my only viable option for reliable transportation. So anyway, the same Dodge dealership wants to buy my GT500. I don't like doing business with them as is already. So then this morning, Velgen Wheels messaged me and said, when are we going to get your order in? I would love to get my order in, but this car keeps making noises. The Jeep needs work, apparently. The GT500 needs work. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have a lighter because I'm burning cobwebs there in the corner of the garage. So like I said, you guys, like, I want to produce so much content for you guys. There's just so many things that are going on right now that are stacking up against me that are quite literally very annoying. But I'm trying to make the best out of this situation. The past week of my life has been constant phone calls and emails and, you know, trying to sit down and figure out what I want to do next. Like, I really want to do the door dashing in the GT500 video. That would be awesome. That would be cool. But honestly, I want to know what you guys think I should do with the GT500. Should I track it? Should I drag it? What mod should I do next? Because honestly, this content's for you guys. I want you guys to enjoy the content I'm putting out. And, you know, I want you guys to be in love with this car as much as I am. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones who make this possible. I quite literally own a 2021 Grabber Yellow GT500 that was my dream car. It's now in my garage. And regardless of the issues this car has thrown me, I will never love a car more than this one. It has so much personality. The power that comes with it, you know, the 700 horsepower that it may have. I still love this car. I know I say 700 like it's not a lot, because 700 horsepower in one of America's fastest sports cars ever produced, it's amazing. It handles well, it controls well, puts the power to the ground as it should, it handles as it should. All in all, it's all there. It's just I got somebody else's issue, and I'm not going to give up on this car because, like I said, I love this car. It's my dream car, and it's in my garage now. So I want to make the best out of it. I want to fix the issues. And if I can do that myself and make content for you guys, great. Now, there is a lot of technological stuff that goes on with these cars that I won't be able to do just because it has to be through Ford's programming. But at the end of the day, the GT500 is still in my garage. A 1 of 180 Grabber Yellow GT500 is in my garage. One of 14,000 total produced GT500s produced for the S550s is in my garage. And as many of you know, my jack and jack stands are at home, so I need to get a set of jack and jack stands for here. I want to get the car up, pull the wheels off. I'm not keeping these wheels, so I'm not worried about coating these wheels or cleaning them, 100%. But I want to pull the wheels off. I want to get underneath the car, make sure the drive shaft and everything's okay. I want to clean the rotors, clean the brakes, clean everything how they should be. Because the Brembos get absolutely disgusting. So I kind of want to coat the Brembos. I want to clean out the fender wells, make sure everything looks good underneath, make sure everything's in working routine order, and I want to make sure this paint lasts a long time. While this paint marker, paint pen, whatever you want to call it, may not be expensive, they are hard to find, and Grabber Yellow, all in all, is just one of the rarest colors Ford's ever produced. It's not a mass-produced, fix. The other day I noticed a rock chip back here on my trunk. There we go. So the first layer I went in and it just absolutely absorbed. So I have to fill that back in, and I want to go over all of this. And if you watch my other videos, you see this big scratch that just comes down the rear fender. Then obviously you have your regular paint chips that are you know, there. I want to protect this car. I want to get rock blockers for the side skirts. We have a very lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to do. We do. And I want those video out there. So like I said, we can stay in the algorithm. I stay in tune with you guys. You guys kind of get where I'm coming from. But yeah, so I'm going to get this video out as soon as possible for you guys. Probably going to edit this and post it tonight or probably tomorrow afternoon, because a lot of you like watching in the afternoon for some reason. That's when a lot of you are active. I can see that in my analytics, guys. You guys watch me while you eat sandwiches. That makes me feel honored. I appreciate that. But yeah, so let me get this video out for you guys. I want to start working on other videos. I have a whole bunch of like notes written for video ideas. It's just I have to be brave enough to do them. Maybe I'll take my rear seat out. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll go day by day, video by video. We'll get there. As always, I know this isn't a crazy video, but if you clicked on the video, leave a like, subscribe. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the continued support. I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing. And yeah, without further ado, deuces. Bye-bye. Ciao. Hasta luego. I think that means bye. So to the vlog. We got Jax the dog on the vlog. Yeah. It's my dog. What do you eat? What are you eating?
Grass.
Oh.